Bauer & Feind has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Bauer & Feind Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Wrapped up from behind and taken down. Gus Chumas on the tackle. They'll bring up the third down now for the Cardinals.
Yeah, defensively, the Old A's are trying to run a six-man front when they feel like it's going to be a run situation. They're really trying to load the box. And here now they'll go back more to their traditional defenses. It's third and long. But again, the Cardinals still coming out in their 32 set, which is 2 tight ends and 3 backs.
Potter brings them to the line. Well, maybe checking out to a different play here. LeMay trying to get outside. Right, he gets to the edge.
Wow.
He should have the first down. Yeah, you're right, Sparks. I think they're going to try that double handoff, and the mesh point wasn't quite what it needed to be. And the speed of LeMay just made that a positive carry.
Yeah, again, just that outside edge, being able to contain him. Guys are getting him to bounce outside, but they're not getting it done on the perimeter.
Line of scrimmage is the Memorial 27. Chi High looking to make this a 3-score game. Krista right up the middle. Plowing forward for a couple.
There's that fullback give again for another 4 yards.
Potter goes to the sidelines to get a play. A rare huddle. Both of these teams like to play up-tempo. Chi High will huddle occasionally when they want to maybe run a little clock. Looking at a 2nd and 6 here from the 23. LeMay wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage and stopped for a loss. Great penetration that time. It's Ryan Schultz. He was huge last week defensively for the Abes. Comes up with a big play right there.
Yeah, and that's what they've got to get, right? I mean, that's somebody that's coming out of the secondary with a good move coming in, finding the seam, and just blowing it up in the backfield. So, again, 3rd and long here for the Cardinals. Old Abes need to come up with a stop right here.
3rd and 11 now for the Cardinals. Trips to the left. Potter with time. Down the middle, wide open, touchdown, Chippewa Falls.
However,
Jalen Smith.
There's a flag down. And I got a feeling this is going to go against the Cardinals for an illegal formation. I don't think they had that formation right out of their trip set.
Head coach Chuck Rakovich is walking out on the field. He's got that
That's what it is.
left hand on the hip pose and a look of disgust.
Yeah, very choppy game tonight here. This first quarter is taking forever with all these flags coming down. And that's usually something that you improve on from game 1 to game 2.
So illegal motion on the Cardinals wipes out the touchdown pass to Jalen Smith. So now it's 3rd and 16. I'm guessing this is 4-down territory, although Chi High's got a couple of capable kickers.
No, I agree with you. I think Chi High is looking to try to get half of this back right here.
Again, trips left, single wide receiver right. Potter with time, over the middle, intercepted Tay Ferguson.
That's who, you bet, Tay Ferguson. Doing it on both sides of the football.
Ferguson coming up, hobbling a bit. Now he looks like he's running a little better. Tay Ferguson, interception. Boy, what doesn't he do?
Return kicks, plays defense, gets out to 2nd interception of the year. Great job as a receiver. They're going to let him sit here for a play or two, try to catch his breath now. This is something we talked about in the pregame, about how to rotate guys out and keep them fresh. So Fergie's going to get a little breather right here.
Hand off Shamar Simmons. Bouncing one off a right tackle. Simmons carrying a few guys with him past the 15-yard line.
Yeah, that's been the best run play right there for the game so far, for the Old Abes.
And a penalty marker thrown as well.
And there's our first comment from the stands. I was waiting for that one. Let them play. Quit throwing the flags. Let's see what we got here. We got a personal foul, face mask.
Yeah, I think it was just a little extra pop after the whistle when Simmons had, as he was lunging, he wound up on his back, and then the Chi-High player came in there and just gave him a little extra. But it's going to move Memorial into a more favorable line of scrimmage here. So they're going to mark that one just short of the 30. So,
yeah, I said face mask, but you're right, Brad. It was just a personal foul, like you said, a little late hit.
Simmons plowing forward.
Yeah, not much that time, maybe 2. Important for the Old A's to be able to run the football.
Gain of 3 that time for Simmons, 2nd and 7. They swing it to Ferguson. Ferguson around one defender and then pushed out of bounds. Guyton Patro had just enough of Dave Ferguson to push him out of bounds.
Good pitch and catch, though, brings up 3rd and short.
Simmons trying to push over left tackle, but a good stand that time by the right side of that Chi-High defensive front.
Boy, and again, a 4th down situation, 4th and short for the Old A's. They've had so many of these here in the first quarter.
Aves will go for it. Simmons taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Colton Petska on the stop. And Chi-High will have great field position once again.
Yeah, I don't know if Gunlock's able to pull that one. I don't know if that's a design read at all, but if Gunlock would have pulled right there, he would have had the 1st down and more, because boy, did he have the edge.
And Simmons just had no chance of going anywhere as Petska was able to penetrate. And Simmons came off kind of favoring, I think, that right leg. So we'll keep an eye on that situation. Memorial's offense already down wide receiver Julius Clark. Cardinals have it from the Abe's 37. Hand off LeMay. He's got a convoy in front of him. Jackson LeMay to the 20, down the sideline into the end zone for a Chi-High touchdown.
Boy, the Cardinals are just making it look easy with that sweep. Well, they get the edge and the outstanding blocking on the perimeter to turn everything inside, and LeMay went the full distance untouched. Just a great job of blocking on the perimeter.
1:07 to go in this first quarter. It is 20-0 Chi-High. Cristo Kenya Castillo on for the PAT. He booted the first one for Chi-High tonight. Chippewa alternating its kickers, and now we have a whistle and
there's
another penalty.
There is a penalty on the play.
Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office and accept most insurances. At Bruce Orthodontics, they are changing lives one smile at a time. Call their Marshfield office to set up a free consultation today.
Well, after all that, nothing happened. Ball did not move.
And now it is Jared Erickson on for the PAT. Erickson's boot is up and through. 1:07 to go, first quarter. Chippewa Falls 21, Eau Claire Memorial 0. You are watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. the only water that comes with a van.
Their offense, yeah.
Chippewa Falls, 3 first-quarter touchdown runs, 2 from Jackson Boland. This last one, 37-yarder from Jackson LeMay. It is 21-0, Chi-High. They are piling it on here tonight at Carson Park. There's the boot from Erickson. Old Abe's on the return and stopped right after crossing the 20-yard line is Jackson Zuliger. Field position has been a big factor in this game, Sparks. Chi-High's drives have started no worse than their own, 40, 45?
Yeah,
Memorial
45, 48.
has been starting, right around somewhere between their own 20 and their own 30.
Yeah, absolutely. Memorial can't flip the field. They start deep. They may get 1 or 2 first downs, but they're unable to get the punt deep to try to get Chippewa to start deep in their zone. So it has just been flipped all the way to this side all the time.
Loose football picked up by the Cardinals.
Quick whistle, and it is. It's going to be a turnover. It's going to go to Chi-High.
Abe's turn it over. The Cardinals take advantage. Boy, things have gone from bad to worse for the old Abe's.
Yeah, first play in this possession, you just run that simple quick out, just trying to pick up 4 or 5 yards, but then all of a sudden he gets stripped as he's trying to take it up the sideline, and it goes right into Chippewa. Now they talk about a short field. They're going to start on their own 20 or down in the 24 of Memorial.
Quarterback Noah Potter brings him to the line. Line of scrimmage, the old Abe's 24. LeMay, cutback, bounces it outside, then taken down by Gus Chumas.
Good job by Chumas. They're staying with it. He's an inside defensive lineman, so he was able to get off blocks and run along that line there, make that tackle. Otherwise, LeMay might have been gone again.
Chumas is one of those high motor guys.
Yeah, that's a very good description of him.
Still, it's a gain of 7 for Jackson LeMay. Second and 4.
Inside
Over on
reverse.
the counter, Jackson Boland up the middle, and Boland should have the first down. And we're under 10 seconds to go in this first quarter that has been dominated on the scoreboard by Chippewa Falls.
Yeah, that play is simply a pitch to LeMay like it's going to run that sweep. And then he's got Boland that comes back the other way inside, and he takes the handoff from LeMay. They run a little counter inside.
First quarter in the books. Chippewa Falls leading Eau Claire Memorial 21-0, and the Cardinals are knocking on the door again. You are watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Chippewa Falls will open this second quarter on the Eau Claire Memorial 11 and leading 21-0. Out of the spread, trips to the left. Potter will throw a receiver screen to Hebert. Hebert to the pylon. He's into the end zone for a Chippewa Falls touchdown.
Well, great job by Hebert coming back for the pass and simply running away from that corner who was trying to make the tackle. But a great job by number 68, Noah King out there, that left tackle, getting out there and making that big block to spring Hebert.
So Noah Potter to Sam Hebert, 11 yards, a touchdown on the first play of the second quarter. And on for the extra point, Cristo Kenya Castillo. Snap is down, kick on the way. It is good. 11:51 to go. Second quarter, Chippewa Falls 28, Eau Claire Memorial 0. You are watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Be ready for your season with Play It Again Sports of Eau Claire. Play It Again Sports is just down the road, south of the 5393 intersection in Eau Claire. Just tell them you saw this commercial on Zaleski Sports and get $5 off any $50 order and $10 when you spend $100. Play It Again Sports, buy, sell, trade, and be ready for your season.
$28-0 is your score. Chi High leading Eau Claire Memorial. Culligan Water specializes in all your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. Jared Erickson to boot it away for Chippewa Falls. Khalil Belden, Jackson Zuliger back deep for Memorial. Erickson with the boot. Belden will take it at his own 15. He loses the football, picks it up, and gets lit up and dropped.
Well, you said this last time, from bad to worse. Again, another muffed kick. Pins the Old Abe's deep, and they're going to start at their own 12.
So again, the Old Abe's with poor field position, they'll start at their own 12. Ferguson split out wide to the left. Shamar Simmons fighting his way for yardage. Chi High doing a good job of stringing that one out. Braden Jaquish led the charge. And he had some help, and it's no gain. Just was nowhere for Simmons to go. He tried to bounce it outside, and he just dragged him down. Gunlock.
Time.
Throwing it deep down the sideline, and it drifts out of bounds, intended for Tay Ferguson. Again, the Cardinals rolled some coverage this way, and they had double coverage back there. Sam Fish was the deep guy, and Owen Hediger was playing underneath.
Well, you mentioned it before. It looks like the Cardinals are willing to give up that underneath route. They're going to give up that 5-yard out or the 4-yard out, but they're not going to get beat over the top. Safeties have done a great job of reading that over the top, and the corners have stayed underneath it.
3rd and 10 for Memorial. Gunlock rolling. He's going to go underneath to Ferguson. He's going to try to do a catch and run, but he's stacked up there. Guyton Patro leading the defensive charge for Memorial, or for Chi High rather. Memorial does pick up 6 yards on that pitch and catch, but not enough for the first down, and it's a punting situation for Memorial. Kellen Brown will have to boot this one from his own 4-yard line.
But again, a great job of that Chi High secondary of knowing where the sticks were, right? They knew where that 10 yards had to get. They kind of just anchored on that and said, all right, catch it in front of us, and we're going to come up and make a hit. And now you have 2 or 3 Chi High players just coming up on Ferguson and tackling him well short of the first down.
Good boot that time by Brown. And it's a fair catch. Simon Fish was back deep for the Cardinals. But again, Chi High will have great field position. They will start in Memorial territory at the 47-yard line. Fleet Farm's bucket sale is going on now. Buy a 5-gallon Fleet Farm bucket and get 15% off everything you can fit inside of the bucket. Shop the best prices guaranteed today in-store or online at fleetfarm.com.
Well, Chi High's put up 28 points here in the first half, and probably their total offense is probably right around 200 yards because everything they've started has been right at midfield. So it's going to be one of those anomalies of their total offense of being around 200, but they got 28 points due to the great field position.
And you touched on it earlier, Sparks. It's just Memorial has been unable to flip the field. Potter will operate out of the spread formation. He'll hand it off. Jackson LeMay. They'll mark him down at the 42-yard line. Sparks, as long as I can remember, and I'm guessing you would agree with me, Chi-High has always had some really good running backs. They're not huge guys, but they run hard, they run fast, and they're tough to bring down.
Yeah, they've always had them. To run this offense, you've got to have those two guys, and they always seem to come up with them.
They're going to throw it out to LeMay. He's able to get outside. Jackson LeMay still on his feet. He's got first down yardage and more.
Boy, just making people miss. Had a chance there in the backfield again with Schultz. Had a great read on it. Came up to make it about a 3-4 yard loss, but LeMay shakes him off, picks up about 15 instead. Tell you what, that offensive line for Chippewa right now, they're just controlling that line of scrimmage. King, Parker, Thatcher, Swope, and Herman. Boy, those big bodies are just leaning on the old Abes, and they're just having their way with them. Better throw Suckerman and King in there, too, and Abear. They've done a great job on the perimeter.
They'll keep it on the ground, bouncing it outside. Good gain down the far sideline that time for Tyler Banke.
Another prime example. He doesn't get contact until he's at the third level. So he's about 12, 13 yards downfield before the safety can come over and finally make a hit on him. So again, up front, just making holes.
Banke, just a sophomore, as Chi-High is already starting to rotate guys in, leading by 4 scores and knocking on the door once again. 1st and 10, Chippewa Falls from the 12. Snap to Potter. He'll hand it off to LeMay. LeMay bouncing it outside. He's pushed out of bounds. They will mark him down right at the 5.
Yeah, he'll be close to a first down there. I think he got inside the 5. So depending on the spot here. Looks like it's 1st and goal.
Zuliger on the tackle for Memorial.
It is 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Chippewa Falls. Line of scrimmage is the 2. Chi-High will stay in that spread offense. High snap, direct snap, LeMay. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. Good penetration. Again, it's Gus Chumas.
Yeah, that time the Cardinals showing a little wildcat formation. LeMay back there to take the snap. They had 2 fullbacks on the right-hand side, so they're just trying to play power football inside with that direct snap.
Under 8.5 minutes to go. Now they'll go back to the double wing. Potter hands it up the middle. Krista dives forward into the end zone for a Chippewa Falls touchdown. Brett Krista taking it into the end zone from 2 yards out. And with 8 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the second quarter, Chi-High leading 34-0 over Eau Claire Memorial.
Just another impressive drive on a short field again for the Cardinals.
Whistle and a penalty, and that one's going to go on the Abes. I believe they were offside. I think they're trying to load up that rush on the near sideline.
Yeah, we'll see if Chi wants to go for 2 now. It's half the distance to the goal. See what Coach Rakovitz wants to come up with.
Rako, the dean of coaches in the Big Rivers Conference and statewide for that matter, Sparks.
Yeah, he's been around a long time. Just a legend in this area and across the state now. Yeah, it looks like Chi-Hi's bringing their offense back on.
And I think, for Chi-Hi, you're kind of at that point now where obviously the game's not over, but I think you're at a point where you can start working on some things and see what, how things work in a game-type situation. You never know. They may have to depend on this later in the season.
Yeah, here comes that Wildcat again, and they're just going to walk that one in. LeMay untouched.
Jackson LeMay, 2-point conversion run, and your score is 36-0 with 8:20 to go in the second quarter. You are watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Guys, and I'm guessing we're back at Carson Park. Chippewa Falls, incredibly impressive tonight, leading Eau Claire Memorial 36-0.
Well, we talked about in the pregame how Chippewa came in here with 38 seniors and almost their whole defense back from last year. They had to replace some skill guys and some offensive guys on the offense, but boy, they have just not missed a beat this year. That offense is as potent as ever.
Zuliger will take the kick. Inside his own 20, Zuliger across the 25-yard line. So slightly better field position for the Old Abes. That's another thing Chippewa's had in recent years. They've had a good kicking game.
Yeah, you're right. They have guys that can boot that field goal or extra points. They've had punters. Again, we talked about how they've always seemed to have those backs. They always seem to have the good, skilled specialty players, too.
Yeah, and you're always picking up those hidden yards if you've got a good kicking game. Old Abe's now looking to get something going offensively here in the second quarter. Snap to Gunlock. They'll keep it on the ground. The ball is loose.
Right to
Chi-Hi's
Chippewa's
got
hands. Boy, they just can't get out of their way right now.
Guyton Patro, fumble recovery. And again, Sparg, stop me if you've heard this before. Chi-Hi will begin a drive in great field position.
Yeah, Johnson took the handoff and had a little bit of seam. Then all of a sudden, either it got punched out or he tried to put it away and just came loose and just one bounce right into the chip was sent right in the middle of his stomach, and he falls on it no problem. So, geez, like you said, Chi-Hi, great field position again.
Whether you are buying or selling, turn to the team at Jesperson Group, C21 affiliated. Jesperson Group has a pulse on the local real estate market and can help you with both existing homes and new builds. Can help you through each step of the process. Search Century 21 Jesperson Group to see current listings and step confidently into the real estate world knowing you have the Jesperson Group by your side. They make the home buying and selling process simple, not stressful. That's what you get. Century 21 Jesperson Group affiliated. 1st and 10, Cardinals from the Abes 32. Potter under pressure, wrapped up by Chumas. He takes him down for the sack.
There's that young man we've talked about with that motor that just keeps on going. It's not going to matter the score for that young man. He's going to keep coming.
And that's one of those things you love to see if you're a coach, that you've still got guys playing really hard and not looking at the scoreboard, not getting discouraged. And, you never know at the high school level what's going to spark a team and get kind of some things turned around.
Yeah, and right now, that's the thing that they've got to work to. They've got to work on finding a way just to make a stop. I don't think they've given up. Well, they maybe gave up one punt last week, but it's been now 2 weeks where they just really haven't stopped anybody. So that's what they're working towards now. Let's get a 3-and-out or let's get a stop.
Bubble screen, Boland.
And he's got enough for the first down off of that one.
Got a Memorial player slow to get up, and that's Ryan Schultz. And, again, they're playing without Julius Clark, who's one of their better cover corners. And Schultz was in on a ton of tackles last week. He's just an active guy. They refer to his position, his safety position, as Eagle. So he's kind of a hybrid linebacker, defensive back, and he's a really active guy, and he's somebody that Memorial needs at 100%. 3rd and 9 for the Cardinals. Potter signaling to the near side. It's got Boland. And
we do not have a snap of the ball, and everybody's moving.
And, of course, both sides are pointing at the other. I think the guys in purple who are doing the pointing were the correct ones.
Yeah, and the best part is when the center doesn't snap the ball and everybody else moves, and he turned around and put his hands up like, what happened?
Yeah, you wonder, you saw Potter, the quarterback, signaling to Boland on the near side, and you wonder if there was a snap count change that not everybody got the memo. 3rd and 14 now for the Cardinals. Trips to the left again. Boland to the right. Potter over the middle, caught by LeMay. And LeMay taken down just short of the 15-yard line.
Well, they're just running great routes out of that trip set on the top side. What they're doing is running 2 guys vertical to get that safety to clear out of the middle, and then they're going to drag somebody underneath just behind the linebackers. And that's who they're looking for. First, they're going to look for that vertical, right? If the safety doesn't jump the vertical, if he does, well, then they're going to find another receiver that's running a deep dig in. He runs that at about 10, 12 yards, and he's been wide open on that one, and a good toss by Potter.
1st and 10, Shy High from the Memorial 16. Single back is LeMay. He'll take the handoff. Bounces it to the outside. Jackson LeMay down the sideline, hurdling tacklers.
Just stepped out of bounds here at the 9-yard line.
Boy, talk about guys with motors. LeMay and Boland. Jeez, those guys, they run really hard. They're both pretty sturdy guys. LeMay listed at 6 foot, 185. Boland 5'11", 180.
Well, as how many yards they've already rushed for, you'd think they'd be tired, but boy, they just have not missed a step.
It's a gain of 7. 2nd and 3 from the 9. Clock stopped. 5:48 remaining in the second quarter. Potter will operate out of the spread.
Here comes the sweep.
Pitch it to the motion man. He's able to avoid one tackler, but not a second. Once again, Gus Chumas on the tackle.
55 for the Old Abe's is Luke Johnson in the interior there. He knifed through, got the initial contact, and kind of got thrown off, but it really helped that interior of the defense to catch up to LeMay that time and bring him down.
So 3rd and 7 now for the Cardinals.
And they'll spread it out again.
He'll move Sukerman to the backfield. To the left of the quarterback, Noah Potter. Trips right, single receiver left. Potter was looking left. Now he's going to run, and he's taken down again, Gus Chumas.
Chumas on the sack that time. As he tried to tuck it and run up inside, he's going to have open on the perimeter there, so he wanted to tuck and run, but Chumas was there for the sack.
So with that, Tri-High is going to bring the field goal unit out, and this is going to be an attempt of 32 yards. Jared Erickson will do the honors. Potter is the holder. Snap is good. Kick on the way. Low line drive.
Oh, knuckleballer gets it over.
He got it through. 32-yard field goal, Jared Erickson, and that makes the score Chippewa Falls 39, Eau Claire Memorial 0. You are watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Yeah, and you think about all the different techniques he's got to have in his repertoire, right? All the arrows in his quiver, and he's got all of them here today.
I mean, medium well. Do you want it rare? Special orders, pickles, no pickles, ketchup, no ketchup.
You know, what we're seeing here, Paul, the spatula control is unreal.
Yeah, it's one of those deals where he's got absolutely no beef. He's just focused on doing his job. Yeah, I mean, without these cooks, everyone would just truly be fried.
Be part of a Marshfield tradition at Maple Fall Fest, September 14th and 15th. Start each morning with a potato or buttermilk pancake breakfast and shop over 125.
Jared Erickson kick it off for Chippewa Falls. He just booted a 32-yard field goal to make the score 39-0. Cardinals have eclipsed the 36 points they put up last week. Zuliger will take it on his own 10. Cross the 20, cross the 25, pushing forward just short of the 30-yard line. That's where Eau Claire Memorial will start this drive.
Well, every kickoff that Chi-High has had, they've made sure to keep that away from Tay Ferguson. They just simply go to the other deep guy right there to make sure Ferguson doesn't hurt him on a return.
Hetke will split out wide to the right. Ferguson wide left. Running back is Belden. He'll get the carry. Belden bounces it outside across the 30. Stacked up there, but able to push forward down to the 34-yard line.
Good job by Belden, though, as he got loose to cover up the points of those football so he doesn't get stripped.
Gunlock near side, Ferguson. Across the 40, trying to evade tacklers, but doing a good job that time, Guyton Patro.
Yeah, they'll give him forward progress, so pick up 11 on that one, so first down.
Ferguson now slot left. Belden across the 40. Out to the 42, 43-yard line. Chi-High rotating a lot of new players in on that defense. Belden again trying to pick a hole. He was wrapped up down low that time. It was Race Palachek who had him by the ankles, and a teammate helped finish him off. 3rd and 7 now for Memorial. Gunlock, all kinds of time.
He's got him now. Good job. Oh, just wide of the mark. Ferguson broke off that deep one and came back and had a first down if he could get to him, but just missed him on the out of bounds there.
That one kind of sailed on Gunlock a little bit. You saw Ferguson trying to keep the feet in bounds and reach for that ball. It's just a little too far for him. So the Abes will take a timeout. We'll keep it right here with 3:08 remaining in the quarter to tell you that at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, whether you are a professional athlete, weekend warrior, or simply have an aching joint, rest assured that you will receive unsurpassed care delivered with compassion and respect. When you need it most, visit the sports medical experts at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. HS Fence, specializing in chain link, vinyl, wood, and ornamental fencing, they have been providing commercial and residential fencing to the people of Wisconsin for the last 18 years. Contact them today in Fall Creek or at hsfencewi.com. 4th and 7, Eau Claire Memorial, and the Abes are lined up to go for it. Ferguson split out wide to the left. Gunlock with time. Trying to get it to Ferguson, and that one was over his head. And on the loss of downs, the Chi-High Cardinals will take over in what kind of field position, Sparks?
Oh, jeez. How about good field position? And again, down at the old Abes 42-yard line.
This entire first half, Chippewa Falls is taking advantage of great field position. And
yeah.
They've gotten it done defensively. They had a good game plan. They're executing it well. Their punting and kicking game has been solid. Their coverage unit's been good. They recovered a fumble. They got it going on tonight. There's no question. Up 39-0 and looking for more here. Time remaining in the second quarter, and there goes Jackson LeMay, still on his feet.
He's still up. Oh.
He's got the quick feet, Sparks, and he's got that knack of a guy can wrap him up, but he's able to kind of high step his way out of that. That's a really impressive skill for that young running back.
Yeah, his jump cuts and the way he can move, like you said, to avoid contact and to shake people off. He's not shaking them off with his physical presence. He's just shaking them off with his moves and his quickness.
Gets 4 yards out of that. Double handoff that time. Very short game, Jackson Boland. Taken down. Zach Higdon doing a nice job reading his keys and not going for that double handoff fake and is able to drop the running back Bolin for a short gain. 3rd and 6 now coming up for the Cardinals.
And the clock keeps moving here, almost the end of the second quarter, just under 2 minutes.
Bolin will set up wide to the right. Snap to Potter. He's able to corral it. Potter loading up, throwing deep. He's got a man out there. Zuliger on the coverage. They wanted to get it to Sam Hebert, and Hebert is another guy in this Chi-High team that's got some big-time speed.
Yeah, he only had 2 catches last week, but for a total of 70 yards. So he was their big play guy. They like to run that play action and sneak in behind the secondary, but a good job right there.
So 4th down for Chippewa Falls. And again, I think this is more about trying to work on some things, Sparks, that you might need to do later in the season, and less about, let's put as many points on the scoreboard as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, you're still in the first half. I mean, people might think this is running it up, but again, it's just the first half of the game. Like you say, you're sprinkling some other guys into action, but this is one of those, like you said, let's see what we got 4th and 7.
Potter over the middle, incomplete. And
there's your stop for the
Old
A's.
Defensive stand for the Old A's, and they will start with their best field position of this first half. And 1:36 remaining. Memorial does have 2 timeouts left. Abe's quickly to the line of scrimmage. Belden remains at running back. Belden trying to bounce off a couple tacklers. He's thrown down behind the line of scrimmage. They do give him a forward progress, the gain of a yard.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to dance around in the hole against Chi-High. Just too quick to get to the football.
Gunlock over the middle. Ferguson taken down in Chi-High territory. Clock will stop as they move the chains. 1st down Memorial. Another catch for Tay Ferguson.
A good 2 pattern right now. You got 2 receivers down here. One goes deep. Fergie comes underneath it, and he found him in the seam.
Gunlock throwing near side. He threw an out, and Ferguson went inside.
Yeah, we had 2 receivers kind of in the same area, so somebody didn't run that pattern right. Somebody should have gone deeper, or maybe he was looking for a short inside cut and an outside on the sideline there.
Ben Strayer wide left. Ferguson in the slot left. Snap to Gunlock.
Plenty of time.
Now he's going to run, and he's taken down.
Well, the offensive line did their job there. They gave him plenty of time to try to find a receiver. Just nobody open there in the secondary.
Braden Hagman on the stop for Chippewa. We've got a timeout. We'll step aside as well. You are watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Be part of a Marshfield tradition at Maple Fall Fest, September 14th and 15th. Start each morning with a potato or buttermilk pancake breakfast and shop over 125 handmade arts and craft vendors. Also, make sure to check out the Kids Zone, yummy food court with maple specialties, beer garden, and a comedic grilling show with TV's Mad Dog and Merrill. Don't miss the 32nd Annual Fall Fest, Saturday and Sunday, September 14th and 15th at Wildwood Park and Zoo in Marshfield. Learn more at visitmarshfield.com and follow us on Facebook.
.42 seconds remaining in this first half. Eau Claire Memorial trailing and looking to get some points on the board before the break. Snap to Aaron Gunlock.
Coming with pressure.
Pressure coming. He gets the pass away. Tay Ferguson, nice job along the near sideline.
And just enough for a first down, too. Good job of knowing where you are. They came with the extra pressure, so that left him out here man on man, and Ferguson, he was able to pick it up.
Line of scrimmage 38. Gunlock. Throws near side. It's caught. Ferguson remains in bounds. And we have a penalty marker down.
See where that's thrown over here. Usually it's a holding, but a little bit of a discussion going on. Well, that'll back the Old Abes up here with only 29 seconds left. Unfortunate as they were moving the football.
Josh Lurcher is now wide left. Gunlock under pressure, taken down for a big loss. Colin Clary coming in on the blitz.
Yeah, just a delay blitz that time. Kind of sat on the edge and realized it was a pass, and nobody had checked out to this side. He just came hard and got him from the weak side, the blind side no less.
To cover your church, visit the Dahlman Insurance Agency for a coverage analysis. Dahlman Insurance covers churches in Wisconsin with Hastings Insurance Company. Visit them online at dahlmaninsurance.com. Dahlman Insurance, come for the rates, stay for the service. Memorial using its final timeout here with 19 seconds remaining in this first half. It's a first half that's been dominated by the Chi-High Cardinals. Remember, Chippewa put up 36 unanswered last week at home against Stevens Point, the team that was picked to win the Wisconsin Valley Conference. And now Chi-High showing why it's considered to be one of the favorites in a very tough Big Rivers Conference this year. They've put up 39 unanswered here tonight against Eau Claire Memorial. Shamar Simmons back in at running back for the Abes. Gunlock throwing near side. Ferguson will get out of bounds short of the midfield stripe. 13 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Just a quick pitching catch there to Fergie, trying to get some of that back.
Gunlock sets up, throws near side. Ferguson doing a really nice job to make the catch, but the clock's going to keep moving.
Yeah, diving catch, but he landed in bounds, was not able to get out of bounds on that one, and that'll do it for the second quarter.
Time has expired here in the second quarter. Chippewa Falls will head to the locker room with a comfortable 39-0 lead over Eau Claire Memorial. Sparks, Chi-High, as advertised. This is a good high school football team.
I might even go beyond good. This is an outstanding football team. And I'm going to lean on those offense and defensive line. Their interior play has just been outstanding tonight. And you mentioned how big those guys are. We got 280, 300, 280, 260 across the front there. Like you said, that's a small college type of offense right there, offensive line. And they're just kind of having their way, pushing around everybody and making holes and seams. Those, again, Borland and LeMay, they're outstanding backs. But, boy, they're not even getting touched. They're getting into that third level before they've got to make a move or shake a tackle.
So that'll do it for the first half. Chippewa Falls, awfully impressive in building a 39-0 lead over Eau Claire Memorial. We will take an extended break here at the half. We'll take you through halftime. Jason Zaleski will have all sorts of halftime entertainment. We'll be back in a bit with third quarter action. Again, your score at the break. Chi-High 39, Eau Claire Memorial 0. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Hello, football fans. Jason Zaleski here. It is halftime at your game. We'll have you back for second half action here momentarily. But first, a couple things that we've got going on around here. We've got a lot in store for you here in this halftime show. We'll talk to you about magazine, talk to you about VIP, talk to you about highlights, all kinds of stuff. But for now, let's start with action from last night. It was Thursday night football opener across the state of Wisconsin, and 5 games here on Zaleski Sports last night. Over 16,000 of you tuned in to last night's football games. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for being back tonight. 11 games here tonight, and your game again. Halftime now. We'll be back to second half action soon. Let's talk about yesterday's games, and we had 5 games featuring Wisconsin Valley Conference teams, the new Wisconsin Valley Conference, versus Big Rivers teams, the new Big Rivers Conference. And what a showing from the Big Rivers Conference. Big Rivers football teams went 5-0 last night. It was a night sweep For the Big Rivers Conference, they outscored the Wisconsin Valley football opponents 153-84, including a couple of romps. Rice Lake over DC Everest 44-17, and it was River Falls over Wisconsin Rapids 44-21. So a couple of blowouts there. Some closer ones. New Richmond Marshfield 7-6. It was a Marshfield defensive score. The extra point failed, and Marshfield failed in the end, losing at home by 1 to the New Richmond Tigers. That was Tigers on Tigers action from last night. Menominee and Eau Claire North, the Mustangs on the road got over Eau Claire North 22-19. Both teams with chances to score in that fourth quarter, but neither able to put it in. Eau Claire North ends up turning the ball over on downs late in the quarter, and Menominee able to kneel it out. And then the other score, it was Chippewa Falls over Spash 36-21. That score was even a little bit wider of a margin as far as the gameplay was concerned. So really, 3 of the 5 were blowouts, two tight ones. But in the end, the Big Rivers Bullies bowl over Wisconsin Valley Conference teams last night, 153-84. There's 2 more of those games in this crossover non-conference situation. It's Eau Claire Memorial visiting Hudson, and you may be at halftime of that game now. And Wausau West is up at Superior, and score will get sent in by carrier pigeon all the way up from Superior. You can find that score tomorrow morning at ZaleskiSports.com. So that was the action yesterday, and as we move to today's games, again, congratulations. You're watching one of them right now, 1 of 11. So let's talk about every other game that's going on, at least listings. I'm not going to bore you with 10 football game previews and give you all my expansive knowledge of these 10 games. I could. Halftime is not going to allow us that much time. Wrightstown at Wapaka. I mentioned Eau Claire Memorial at Hudson. All these games live right now on Zaleski Sports. Stanley Boyd visiting Colby. New Lisbon and Neelsville. It's Amherst and St. Mary Catholic over in Neenah. Auburndale at Spencer Columbus. Mosinee at Stratford, last year's Division 6 division champs, the Stratford Tigers. Due to performance factor, they have been slotted in Division 5 for football playoffs this year, should the Tigers make a playoff eligible team. I believe they will. Shiocton at Iola Scandinavia. That's an interesting game. Maybe one that you should be watching. Oak Creek at Waterford. Oak Creek Knights looking for a big season this year, and they're taking a part in a game at Waterford right now. Edgar, Division 7 state champs. They are at Ladysmith. If you're watching that game, you've been listening to me and Dan Ross there. An interesting game for sure. Edgar always likes in their non-conference, if they can play up a couple divisions, they do, and they got that chance tonight against the Lumberjacks. And then our big one tonight, it's Kaukauna and Notre Dame. Notre Dame, number 1 team in Division 3. We've got Kaukauna slotted at number 3 in Division 2. So a titanic battle going on in Green Bay right now. More on those rankings. Rankings, you say? Yeah, that's right. Zaleski Sports VIPs know these rankings already. But later on in today's show, I will go through those VIP rankings. Here's the trick, though, gang. I mentioned the other 10 games that you're not watching right now. Go grab another device, get yourself a laptop, a tablet, a phone, a TV. Go borrow your neighbor's TV, put it in your living room. You got 2 sitting on the wall there. You're big time with 2 TVs on the wall. Watch one of these other games alongside the one that you're watching now. I'll have more updates for you in just a moment. Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. Halftime show continues here on Zaleski Sports. Jason Zaleski here. Hello, friends. Zaleski Sports headlines. Here we go. This is edition 15 right here, Marshfield Area Magazine, and edition 1, Medford Area Magazine there. And you can get all your football previews for free by picking up that free weekly magazine at retail locations all around the area. Blenker, Auburndale, Hewitt, Marshfield, Stratford, Spencer, Neelsville, Greenwood, Thorpe, Withee, Abbotsford, Stetsonville and Medford, a free weekly magazine, all color, full color, lots of pictures, high school sports, and swimming, golf, tennis, cross country, volleyball, and of course football, all in our Zaleski Sports magazine. That is free to pick up weekly at those at all those retail locations. Check Facebook at Zaleski Sports for specific retail locations. We will talk to you next. Rankings, football rankings. I'll tell you about those in just a minute.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Zaleski Sports VIP members, they've already seen these rankings, and you can too. Just $5 a month. Go to ZaleskiSports.com, click VIP. I'm going to give you all of them right here. But if you want to see them, read them, look at them again, all found at ZaleskiSports.com, and just click VIP for that. We give you rankings, football, volleyball, special news updates, features, other fun stuff, and it's just $5 a month at ZaleskiSports.com. So let's start in Division 7 and our top 5. Well, we'll give you a sneak preview. We'll give you the top 5. Number 5 in D7, Potosi-Cassville, followed by River Ridge, Boyceville, Blackhawk Warren, and Edgar. The returning champs start this season here at Zaleski Sports at number 1. In Division 6, Auburndale, Mondovi, Reedsville, Westby, and Grantsburg. In Division 5, Wrightstown, Kewanee, St. Mary Springs, Darlington, and back-to-back champs Stratford start this year at Division 5, ranked number 1 here on Zaleski Sports. In Division 4, Ellsworth, Columbus, Aquinas, St. Croix Central, and Lodi tops the charts in D4. Division 3, Grafton, Port Washington, Mount Horeb, Barneveld, Lux Casco, and Notre Dame Academy, number 1 in Division 4. Division 3, New Richmond, Sun Prairie East, Kaukauna, Badger, and Rice Lake. I want to talk to you about Kaukauna and Notre Dame coming up in just a minute. That's a juicy one on our Friday schedule. And I had those out of order here. Division 1, that was Division 2. Division 1, Neenah, Waunakee, Kimberly, Marquette, and the Franklin Sabres top the charts in Division 1. Those are our rankings. Again, Zaleski Sports VIP. We will quickly turn in just a couple weeks to actual seeds. We'll give you those seed previews. That is using our formula based on the WIAA seeding formula. So we no longer give opinions. In just a couple weeks, you will get stone cold hard facts on your favorite high school sporting teams. Friday games, we'll talk about those coming up.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
All right, gang, 11 games coming up on Friday. Wow. All 7 o'clock kickoffs. Again, we give you 16 total here in opening week for free. All you got to do is get to YouTube. You can watch for free with professional play-by-play, other great stuff, graphics. We give you the best that we can offer. We give it to you 16 times this opening week. Here's a schedule for Friday. Eau Claire Memorial is at Hudson. Wrightstown is at Wapaka. Stanley Boyd at Colby. New Lisbon at Neelsville Granton. Amherst at St. Mary Catholic. Auburndale at Spencer Columbus. Mosinee at Stratford. Get a first look at the two-time Division 6 state champions, now in Division 5, the Stratford Tigers. Shiocton at Iola Scandinavia. Edgar begins to defend their title, Division 7 title, at Ladysmith. Oak Creek is at Waterford. And a really good game, the juicy one, right? Kaukauna and Notre Dame. We've got Kaukauna ranked number 3 in Division 2. And then we've got Notre Dame ranked number 1 in Division 3. So 2 heavyweights going at it
Friday on Zaleski Sports. Again, watch all games live. You go to right here, YouTube. You can type in Zaleski Sports. You go to ZaleskiSports.com. You can launch your game from there. Whatever suits your fancy. Social media, we've got direct links to all the games. Whatever you want, you can find the games. Just go to the place that you like most and click the game from there. So those are 11 coming tomorrow. Highlights of select games this week will be found on Facebook. You go to your favorite Facebook Zaleski Sports channel, and we give you the best 5 minutes that we found during any of these games, and we show you those highlights every weekend during the football, and then all week long once all the other sports join in, which is coming up soon. As a matter of fact, let me give you some tidbits on next week's schedule in just a bit.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Next week, this is the week of August 26th. Volleyball is live on Zaleski Sports. We bring our volleyball girls in with our football boys, and we'll have some fun. It all starts on Tuesday, and we have got a serious lineup for you on Tuesday. As a matter of fact, I got to let the computer do the calculation for me. 24 volleyball games on Tuesday. 24 volleyball games.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here? Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Ooh. Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Be part of a Marshfield tradition at Maple Fall Fest, September 14th and 15th. Start each morning with a potato or buttermilk pancake breakfast and shop over 125 handmade arts and craft vendors. Also, make sure to check out the Kids Zone, yummy food court with maple specialties, beer garden, and a comedic grilling show with TV's Mad Dog and Merrill. Don't miss the 32nd Annual Fall Fest, Saturday and Sunday, September 14th and 15th at Wildwood Park and Zoo in Marshfield. Learn more at visitmarshfield.com and follow us on Facebook.
Getting ready to start the second half here at Carson Park. Chippewa Falls leading Eau Claire Memorial 39-0. One of several matchups tonight pitting Big Rivers Conference versus the Wisconsin Valley. In that other action, Hudson, which won big last week at home over Eau Claire Memorials, in a close one tonight at Wausau West. And it's the Warriors leading the Raiders 16-14 at the half. New Richmond at home taking on Eau Claire North. It was a 21-7 lead for the Tigers in that one. New Richmond has tacked on another touchdown, and they lead it 28-7, roughly midway through the third. Here, Chippewa Falls, really impressive. 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. A couple of runs by Jackson Boland of 9 and 47 yards, and then a Jackson LeMay 37-yard TD run to make it 21-0 after one. Noah Potter in the second quarter connected with Sam Hebert on an 11-yard touchdown pass to make it 28-0. Then it was Brett Christa carrying it in from 2 yards out. LeMay ran in 2-point conversion to make it 36-0. And then after a fumble recovery, another short field for Chi-High, and they got a Jared Erickson 32-yard field goal. 39-0 at the half. I think if you're going to look at Chi-High, you'd be nitpicking to find out the things they didn't do well. I'm sure the coaches have a list, but I tell you, Chi-High, very opportunistic, took advantage of short fields, but I think they earned those by forcing turnovers, playing some tough defense, great coverage on kicks, and the one time they had to punt it away. Just a complete performance from the Cardinals, and especially a great defensive performance.
Yeah, a dominant performance on both sides of the football that first half. I think their halftime was simply spent on who's going to play here the second half. You know, getting their backups ready to go and getting that line and the backs ready, and who's going to play where and who's going to do what, because it's a great opportunity now here in the second half for Chi-High to get into their bench and give them some time and get them experience at the varsity level. And you and I have talked a lot about that when good teams can run up scores early, that provides the opportunity for young kids to get in varsity action, and that's what you'll see here tonight in the second half.
And with the 39-point margin, we'll be in a running clock situation in the second half, so the only time the clock will stop will be after scores, or if it's an injury timeout, or one of the teams takes a timeout. So 12 minutes on the clock. And the Old A's will kick it away here. Helen Brown to boot it away for the Old A's. Looking to get a spark here in this second half. It's a low kick, angling, and it stays in bounds. Abe's doing a good job on the coverage, and this will be the worst starting field position for Chippewa Falls in this football game.
Yeah, that one took a tricky bounce right there on the sideline. Cardinals just thought that was going to roll out of bounds, and all of a sudden it caught a tip and bounced right back in the field of play. And good coverage that time, but the Old Abe's getting down there, and like you said, Chi-High having to start at their own 16-yard line.
Potter remains at quarterback for Chippewa Falls. Double handoff, and breaking out of the pack down the far sideline. It's a foot race, and Chi-High's going to win that foot race.
Bolin, just so much speed. He gets on the edge. Nobody can catch him. And he takes it the distance from the 16-yard line all the way.
Jackson Bolin going 84 yards. They ran that double handoff, one of the staples in that double wing offense. And Memorial got sucked going to their defensive left. They hit him with that counter going the other way. And there was no catching Jackson Bolin on that one. The kick is blocked.
Shamar Simmons that got through there for the block.
PAT by Cristo Kenya Castillo is blocked. So 11:01 to go, second quarter. Cardinals extend their lead 45-0 over the Old A's. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
You know, Paul, what we're looking for today first is that basic shopper, the one that's going to go for fruit that's in season right now, because those are the easy picks, the raspberry, the strawberry, the blueberry. But the experts, the one who are going to get the job done today and shine bright on a day like today, those are the ones shopping for the mangoes.
And when you think about vegetables at the grocery store, really there's a lot at stake, because at this point your next stop is the meat market. You don't want to be chicken when you go ahead and pick out your vegetables. You got to make sure you got the right pairing.
You know, when you double clutch on your list, that's when things quickly spiral out of control.
A one-play drive for Chippewa Falls. 84-yard touchdown run for Jackson Boland. His third TD run of the game, and Chippewa Falls extends its lead to 45-0 over Eau Claire Memorial. Erickson kicking it away. It's a good kick. It'll back up Zuliger inside his own 10. Zuliger losing the handle, and he is dropped inside the 10-yard line.
Some confusion on that return team there for the Old Abes. They had 11 on the field and actually ran off a guy when they didn't need to. So they were short-handed on their return.
So the Old A's will start in tough field position again, as it's been pretty much this entire game. 1st and 10 from the 11. Keep it on the ground. Khalil Belden trying to bounce it outside. Gets a couple.
Good job by that Chippewa Falls DN. I'm trying to get a number for you folks. But boy, he just turned that right back inside.
Marcus Holmberg in at quarterback for Eau Claire Memorial. So Abe's making that switch at QB. He throws to the near side. It's Brody Neff. Neff takes it out just short of the 20-yard line.
Good way to get him into the game quickly. Get a new quarterback, just have him step back and throw that out a quick out. See what he can do on his own.
Snap to Holmberg, throws near side, complete. Oliver Veek making the catch.
Enough for a first down for the Old Abes. Good job of finding the chains there and getting just beyond it for that catch and first down.
Belden. With the penalty marker down, Belden takes it across the 30.
Yeah, penalty marker's down from a couple guys and about 6 Chi-High guys pointing at it too, so there's going to be a hold there in the backfield. Chi-High continues to sprinkle in a lot of reserves now.
It's kind of a double whammy for the Old Abes here, Sparks. You not only have to walk off this penalty, negating a pretty good gain, putting the Abes behind the sticks again, but in the running clock, it's like you're already under 9 minutes to go in this quarter.
Yeah, that first half went on forever. This one's going to fly by here in the second half.
Holmberg with time. Throwing right side, caught by Zuliger.
Good ball right there.
Yeah, they get the penalty yardage back.
Well, he took that from the near hash right there and found it out on the far side of the field and put it right on the money as it came out of his break. Good toss.
Holmberg goes 6'1", 175. He's a sophomore. Pressure coming. Holmberg.
He's got some room.
Across the 25. Well covered that time by the Cardinals. Drake Dakin strung that one out and made the tackle. Third down now for the Abes. Dakin, they have him at right end, 5'9", 167, but as you saw in that play, he can really run. Holmberg to the far side. He's got Zuliger. That one well defended by Chi-High. Jalen Smith coming up to make a strong tackle there. It's going to force the Abes into a punting situation.
Yeah, you said it. The long throw, but Smith obviously breaks down and makes a real good, solid tackle right at the point of the catch to create fourth down.
Even though the Abes didn't get the first down there, and that penalty obviously hurt them, I like how Holmberg was delivering the football. Pretty decisive. And you can see he's got a strong arm.
Yeah, and it's important, right? He's a sophomore, so these are great minutes for him to get if he's going to be the kid that's going to come in next year or future the program.
Back to punt is Kellen Brown. Chi-High on the return. A lot of room on the near side. Jalen Smith still on his feet. Smith taken down inside the 25-yard line. Another drive will begin deep in Eau Claire Memorial territory.
Well, the longest drive they had was 86 yards or 84 yards tonight. But the problem was that was a one-play drive.
It was a one-play drive. They went for a touchdown. Cardinals will make a change at quarterback. Number 16, Evan Weiler, 5'10", 200-pound junior, will take over.
Yeah, and a brand new offensive line. So, yeah, all the reserves are in here now for Chi.
Gavin Schiltz on the carry. Schiltz trying to get to the outside. He does. Schiltz, 15-10. Diving for the pylon. Touchdown.
Again, the Cardinals are able to get to the edge. That has just been a problem all night for the Old Abe's, has just been able to secure the edge and turn that back inside. They've just not been able to. They've had some big runs, and boy, here we're talking now the third quarter. They've run 2 plays and 2 touchdowns.
Sparks, did you notice that Schiltz wasn't lined up correctly and the quarterback had to get him and said, no, you're the right wing back here in that double wing.
Yeah, and by the way, you're getting the football. so get over there and come get the football and score it for us, and he did it.
The kick is up, and it is good by Jared Erickson. Cardinals 51, Old Abe 0, 6:09 to go, third quarter. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
A nice controlled turn, and here comes the pontoon. What a boat.
I don't know that you can have a better activity today than the pontoon through this event. I said this is a world-class event. That was a world-class trailering of that pontoon right there.
Now we've got the green arrow, so now you got a little bit of a... Oh! U-turn! U-turn! Oh, my goodness.
U-turn? You got to be kidding me.
It's a broadcaster's dream because we're literally in the middle of a crossing pattern.
Chippewa Falls 52. Eau Claire Memorial 0 was 39-0 at the break. Chi High is well on its way to winning its second game of the season. 2 long TD runs. Jackson Boland, 84-yard touchdown run, his 3rd score of the game. And then Gavin Schiltz with the number 2s in there for Chi High. Broke it off for 22 yards. Around left end. PAT was good, and it's 52-0. Erickson kicks it away. Zuliger in and out of his hands into the end zone.
He's got a kneel on it. Well, there we go. The whistle finally blows. That's just a muff as that goes into the end zone. But it goes back to the Old Abes, out to the 20.
Sparks, in a situation like this, it's tough for the players. It's tough for the coaching staff. What do you do? What do you say to try to get the guys to kind of keep the faith and to keep grinding, realize, hey, we're trying to break in a new offense here. We're trying some different things. For head coach Tom Westcott, his first head coaching job, he's going to have his work cut out for him this week.
Yeah, the key is, again, just try to work and run your offense. Try to make something positive happen. Even something right there where the quarterback was able to scramble, pick up 6 yards on that play. Just keep running your offense. Just see if you can keep getting better.
Holmberg was looking for somebody to go deep that time. He finally got this end on that far side, Zuliger, to break off the pattern and go deep, and it opened up some running room. Gain of 7. Here's Belden. He's going to try the near side. Belden gets to the edge, 35, and he's knocked out of bounds. The clock will keep running because we're in a running clock situation, but the Old Abes will have a first down. And Memorial has gone to, at least as far as the skill players, gone to its second unit. Belden cuts it back. Belden has room left side. Belden plowing forward close to midfield.
We do have a flag down in the secondary. Kind of an unusual place for that flag to come down on a run play. That one came out right away on the snap. I'm going to guess there might be like an equipment issue or something.
Good job by Belden. There was really nothing on that far side. He cut it back, and the Chippewa pursuit, which was good, they kind of overran the play. Open up the backside.
Illegal substitution on Chippewa. They must have had too many guys in the huddle when they broke, or a late substitution didn't get off. So first down for the Old Abes on that play.
Snap to Holmberg. Hand off Belden. Finds a hole and gets down to the 45-yard line. Coming up to make the tackle is Braden Jaquish. Second and 4. Holmberg throws near side. It's caught. Squirting out of bounds that time, Oliver Vleck.
Well, Marcus Holmberg getting a little confidence here. That's good for him. Like you said, just a sophomore. Get a chance to run this offense. He's got the first line in there for him, but all the other skill positions are the too deep.
Holmberg.
He's got nobody on that side. He's going to have to take it.
He gets a positive yardage. He's wrapped up and taken out of bounds.
Yeah, he scrambled off to his right, but he had his receivers on the left side of the formation, so when he took off to the right, they had to get back on that side. There was nowhere to be found. So good job by him tucking it and getting some positive yardage.
2nd and 8 now for the Abes. Line of scrimmage, the Cardinals 36. Belden, the carry. Around left side, cuts it back, gets some positive yardage inside the 35. Under 2.5 to go in this third quarter. Belden again, looking for a hole to develop. It closed quickly. Chase Hansen, senior D lineman for Chi High, led the defensive charge there. 4th and 5 now for the Old Abes.
Well, let's see if something positive here can happen for the Old Abes. Pick up this 4th down.
Holmberg throwing to the far side. It's incomplete. He wanted to get Zuliger. He maybe needed to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he did because the ball kind of hung there and defensive back was able to make a play. So the Abes turn it over on downs. Chi High will take over at its own 33. The clock continues to move. We're under 1.5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Chi High trying to get their offense on the field and figure it out here. And Rako's going to take a timeout here as they were not organized.
We will take a timeout as well. You are watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Just over 1 minute to go, third quarter. Chippewa Falls has the lead in the football. Evading tacklers, the third-string quarterback. He'll take it out of bounds. Talon Schiltz, 5'8", 130. And he is quick, Sparks.
He just reversed field right there. He wanted to go out to the left, and it was kind of blowing up at the site. He just hightailed it around the other end, and was plenty of room. He turned it up for a nice little run there. And this should be the last play of the third quarter as we're clicking down to about 20 seconds here.
Chi High's got its third stringers in the skill positions. Inside handoff on the counter, and that one, the Abe's able to stack it up. But
I think we're going to have a face mask, though, on that. Because that flag was thrown right there at the point of attack.
And there you are, Sparks. Flag on the play, and it's a defensive penalty. Time has expired, so Chi-High will have an untimed down here to close out the third quarter.
Lions made a real nice play right there for the tackle, but unfortunately just got a hand up there on that face mask.
That'll move the football into Old Abe's territory. Line of scrimmage now will be the 46 of the Old Abes.
And that'll be the end of the third.
3 quarters in the books. Fourth quarter coming up. Right after this, you are watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Start of the fourth quarter here from Carson Park. Chippewa Falls will have the football from the Old Abes 46. Schultz on the pitch. Getting some positive yardage that time. Gavin Schultz. So you had the quarterback, Talon Schultz, tossing it to Gavin Schultz. Good gain on first down to bring up a 2nd and 2. Pitch to the near side. Schultz has it. Gets outside. Can't get through that shell. He does get through that shoestring tackle attempt. Zuliger thought he had him wrapped up, and Schultz, just like the first-string running backs, really good at running through contact.
Yeah, he's obviously learned a lot by watching those two seniors run the football. So he kept those legs moving even there at the point of contact and picked up more yardage after the initial tackle was attempted.
1st and 10 Cardinals. Line of scrimmage is the Memorial 28. Another change at quarterback. Pitch will go to the running back who tries to bounce it to the far side, Tyler Banke. QB is now Evan Weiler. So the 2nd string QB is back in now for the Cardinals after the 3rd stringer, Talon Schultz, got a little run.
Good job by the Old Days number 16, Zach Johnson, that time with the penetration and turned that ball back in. So finally they were not able to get to the edge for a big run. He turned it back into the help.
2nd and 4 for the Cardinals.
Little fullback give. Close to a first down.
You know, when you run that double wing, you got to feed the fullback every once in a while.
You got to keep him happy, especially as much work as he does with the blocking and getting other people free.
It also just gives something. You just can't flatten out that defense.
Yeah, it's a nice quick hitter, and you can see how Chi-High will give it to him, and he's in that hole in a hurry.
Eric Charette was the running back on that last play. 1st down Cardinals.
Double reverse again, and he'll score.
Breaking it to the outside and taking it into the end zone for a Chi-High touchdown, Gavin Schultz. So Gavin Schultz, 2 consecutive TD runs.
Well, you got to tip your hat to those reserves of Chippewa. Those guys have come in. They continue to run that offense and execute at a high level.
Cristo Kenya Castillo on for the PAT, but we've got a penalty marker down on the far side. Clock stops after the scoring play, so at least from the Old A's perspective, no more time running off the clock. Old Ames will be on the road next week at Stevens Point. We will have that game for you on Zaleski Sports. Meantime, Chippewa Falls will be at home to host New Richmond, a team that at last check was leading Eau Claire North 28-7 midway in the third.
Yeah, that game next weekend will be on Zaleski Sports, but it will not be us broadcasting, as the Stevens Point crew will get that one.
Spash had a nice bounce-back win up at Superior last night. And the PAT up and good by Cristo Kenya Castillo. 9:27 to go, fourth quarter. Chippewa Falls 59, Eau Claire Memorial 0. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports. Chippewa Falls leading big, 59-0, 9:27 to go here in the fourth quarter. Both of these teams have got their second and third teamers out there now. Great opportunity for a lot of the young guys to get some valuable varsity game experience. Cristo Kenya Castillo will kick it off for the Cardinals, who get their 11th man on the field just in the nick of time. Zuliger collides with this fellow deep back, and the A's will start inside their own 30-yard line. Clock is moving, just over 9 minutes to go here. Challenge for Eau Claire Memorial, as we talk about, Sparks. Not only do you have to get the guys to regroup and get ready for the first conference game, it'll be the first ever Wisconsin Valley Conference game for the Old A's, but you got to go to Stevens Point to play a Panthers team that was picked to win the Valley this season.
Yeah, the road doesn't get any easier, does it? I mean, you face two outstanding teams, non-conference, in Hudson and Chippewa, and then guess what? Your third game, when you open up in the conference over there, is probably the highest rated team over there in the Wisconsin Valley with Stevens Point.
Khalil Belden breaks to the outside. Belden to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Khalil Belden all the way for the Old Ames touchdown.
Well, how about that? Good job by the Old Ames and those reserves getting out there and executing the play. Belden being able to take it to the house, showing his speed right there.
68-yard TD run, Khalil Belden. Well, that'll give the home crowd something to be excited about. Good blocking on that near side, and Belden has got some wheels. He outraced the defense down that near sideline.
Old Abe's got to use a timeout here to figure out who they want to bring out for the extra point.
I'll take the opportunity to tell you that Mutual of Wausau Insurance has been protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. Security Financial Bank, SFB, whether you are starting a business, buying your first home, or saving for college. SFB, they've got the bankers who believe in you. Learn more today at sfbank.com, member FDIC. So the Chi-High lead is 59-6, pending this Eau Claire Memorial extra point. So after all that, the Abes are going to line it up and look to kick the extra point. Kellen Brown on to attempt this. Brown, a left-footed kicker. Low snap. Brown able to boot it through the uprights. Nicely done by the holder that time. Aaron Gunlock getting that one down. And the Abes are up at 7 points. 8:26 to go, fourth quarter. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Be ready for your season with Play It Again Sports of Eau Claire. Play It Again Sports is just down the road, south of the 5393 intersection in Eau Claire. Just tell them you saw this commercial on Zaleski Sports and get $5 off any $50 order and $10 when you spend $100. Play It Again Sports, buy, sell, trade, and be ready for your season.
.8:26 remaining, fourth quarter. Old Abes on the board. Thanks to a touchdown run by Cale Belden, 68 yards. Kellen Brown booted the PAT. Abes avoid the shutout. They still trail 59-7. So it's not going to change the outcome of this game, Sparks, but I think at least gives the Abes a little bit of a positive feeling going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Then, your chance to, again, to watch film and tell these young guys, the second teamers here, what a nice job they've done, and kind of reward them for their effort and making sure that they were ready to play tonight. And they came out against Chi-Highs, twos, but again, nice job by them being ready, coming out and executing the offense, getting the score on the scoreboard.
Line drive kick taken by the Cardinals, trying to break to the far side that time.
Fumble.
That was Gavin Schultz on the return. He was hit hard. Mason Lauscher making the stop. Zach Johnson was there as well. So the Cardinals will have the football at their own 36. We're under 8 minutes to go. Running clock here, fourth quarter from Carson Park. Chi-High hosting New Richmond next week. That should be an interesting game, Sparks. That New Richmond program, boy, they've been getting better and better and better, and they were a force last year. We got some key guys back from that squad. Another team that features some really good speed.
Yeah, you said it. If there's a team around that might give Cardinals a little bit of trouble, it might be that New Richmond team. A lot of good skill players, a lot of speed on the edge to maybe help contain this Chippewa Falls team that's got all the speed.
Braden Runstrom carrying the football for Chi-High. First time he touched the football tonight. Zach Johnson doing a nice job there to string that one out and keep it to a gain of 2. Now under 7 minutes to go. Taken around the edge is Runstrom. Still on his feet. Runstrom inside the 40 of Eau Claire Memorial.
I think that was Cashton Troutline that came up from behind to make the tackle.
Runstrom is a junior, 5'10", 155. First down, Cardinals. You look at guys like Weiler and Runstrom, they're likely going to be starters next year. Now an offset eye look for Chippewa. Runstrun again. Plowing forward inside the 40 all the way down to the 37-yard line. Another change at quarterback. Talon Schultz, the third stringer, back in for Chi-High. They try to run the counter, but that one
flowing dead there. A little procedure on the Chippewa left a little early.
That'll back up Chi-High. Another 5 yards. So again, Sparks, we talk about what the Memorial staff's going to want to do going forward. As you look at things through 2 weeks, I think obviously that you're going to have to make some tweaks both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, and again, you just got to keep working in practice just to get better. When you can watch film and see the missed tackles and situations like this.
There goes Gavin Schultz down the far sideline. He'll have a first down deep in Memorial territory. Yeah, Memorial's going to see a really good quarterback next year, or next week, I should say. Grant Chandana of Stevens Point. He threw it around pretty well for the Panthers last week up at Chippewa.
Yeah, like we said, the schedule just does not get any easier. They play 2 great non-conference teams, and they go into that Wisconsin Valley now, and that is a deep and plentifully strong conference.
Inside handoff, bouncing it outside, Banky. Taken down inside the 15.
Number 37, Tyler Banky, the ball carrier, tackled the play by number 36, Ben Strayer.
Ben Strayer coming up and making the tackle. Line of scrimmage now the 14. Gain of 2 that time for Banky. We're just over 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in this ball game. Banky is the deep back. He'll get the toss. Banky cutting back. Banky bouncing off a tackler and into the end zone for a Chippewa Falls touchdown.
Well, excellent run right there on the edge again. Breaking 2 tackles and getting to the corner of the end zone. It's a real nice job by those reserves from Chi-High again. Executing and getting the score.
So with 3 minutes, 12 seconds to go, Chippewa Falls up to 65 points. Pending the extra point here. Erickson on for the PAT. It is up and it is good. Chippewa Falls 66, Eau Claire Memorial 7, 3:12 to go. You are watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eclair.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Paul, what we're looking for today first is that basic shopper, the one that's going to go for fruit that's in season right now, because those are the easy picks, the raspberry, the strawberry, the blueberry. But the experts, the one who are going to get the job done today and shine bright on a day like today, those are the ones shopping for the mangoes.
And when you think about vegetables at the grocery store, really there's a lot at stake, because at this point your next stop is the meat market. You don't want to be chicken when you go ahead and pick out your vegetables. You got to make sure you got the right pairing.
When you double clutch on your list, that's when things quickly spiral out of control.
Chippewa Falls leading Eau Claire Memorial 66-7. 3 minutes, 12 seconds to go here, fourth quarter. Impressive performance tonight from the Chi-High Cardinals. Zuliger for the Old Abes. Taken down. The ball came loose, but the back referee trailing the play said that the knee was down. So the Old Abes will once again start in their own territory at their 20-yard line. This will likely be the final possession of this football game. Hand off Belden. Taken down by Carter Johnson.
There is a flag on the play as Cardinals were scrambling to decide who was going to be in the game and not in the game. So I think they're going to get called for an illegal substitution.
And again, while they sort this out, the clock continues to move. The running clock situation. Chi-High fans student fans starting to make their way down to the far side fence. It's kind of an old Chi-High tradition that after the game, the whole team goes along and does some high fives with the fans, with the student fans. I thought that was kind of a neat thing, neat tradition they had, just kind of keep everybody involved.
Absolutely. You want to thank those people for being here, taking time to come over here and watch a play.
They were here early, too, those Chi-High fans.
Well, they sure were.
Pitch and catch to Zuliger.
Another flag on the play. I think.
Well, the flag is still down.
Hold. Yeah,
it's a hold against Memorial. That's going to back things up.
And that might be the last play by the time this gets all walked off and accepted and everything else. Oh. Just under a minute coming up.
So Memorial will look to regroup next week at Stevens Point. First ever game for the Old Abes football team as part of the Wisconsin Valley Conference. Chi-High will kick off Big River's play at home against New Richmond, which would be a really intriguing matchup there. Snap to Holmberg.
He's going to air it out.
He's looking deep. He's got a man there. A lot of contact, and here come the flags. Ben Stroyer, the intended receiver, but he took a pretty good bump.
Yeah, that bump came early on that deep ball. So Old Abes will get a 15-yard penalty if they can run one more play.
That's what I was going to say. Good news, bad news there, Sparks. The good news, they get a penalty. Bad news, I'm not sure they're going to get another snap off. And they will not get another snap off. This one is a final. Chippewa Falls 66, Eau Claire Memorial 7. Really outstanding performance tonight from the Cardinals. Sparks, this was a game they took control early. It was 21-0 after one, and they just kept the foot on the gas. It didn't really matter whether the twos or the threes were in there. This was just an impressive performance from Chi-High, start to finish.
Yeah, I think you're going to expect some great things out of this Chi-High team this year. This is a team that's loaded to bear. They've got a chance, and I'll tell you what, I count them in the playoffs, and they may go pretty darn deep. This is one excellent squad here for Chuck Rigovich.
We saw Hudson last week. We were impressed with the Raiders. Now we get a look at Chi-High. I would have, as good as Hudson is, I'd have to put Chi-High just a little bit ahead just based on that line that they have. They got those big guys up front. They got some absolute road graders. And then you got the two just outstanding backs in Jackson Bolin and Jackson LeMay. Noah Potter really efficient at quarterback. You got a little speed on the outside with Hebert, and this is a good team. And again, it's not that much of a surprise considering 38 seniors on the roster.
Yeah, 38 seniors back. They had high expectations for this team, and right now they're living up to it. And you know what? I go back to your comment about between Chippewa and Hudson, and I agree. I just think Chippewa's front is just that much bigger and stronger. When you look at that offensive line, how it can just pick up and move people and create seams for their backs. The backs are just having a fun time running behind that group of guys. It's a good team that they've got right now, and we'll see how they finish out the season.
Chippewa Falls took a lead with 9:33 to go in the first quarter. Jackson Boland, a 9-yard touchdown run. The PAT was good, 7-0. Chippewa, after a 4th down stop, Cardinals got the ball back, and Boland broke off a 47-yard touchdown run. Again, the PAT was good to make it 14-0. Abe's got a Tay Ferguson interception, but they couldn't turn that into points. Chi-High got the ball back, and Jackson LeMay broke off a 37-yard TD run. It was 21-0 Cardinals after the first quarter. Second quarter, Noah Potter went to the air, hooked up with Sam Abear on an 11-yard touchdown pass. PAT was good, 28-0 Chi-High. Then it was Brett Christa carrying it over from 2 yards out for the touchdown. Jackson LeMay ran in the 2-point conversion, and it was 36-0 Chippewa Falls. After a fumble recovery by Guyton Patro, Cards cashed in with a Jared Erickson 32-yard field goal to make it 39-0 at the half. First play, third quarter, Jackson Boland broke off an 84-yard TD run. The PAT attempt was blocked, 45-0 at that point. Then, with the reserves in, Gavin Schultz broke off a 22-yard run for Chi-High. Erickson booted the PAT, 52-0 Chippewa after 3. In the fourth, Gavin Schultz from 18 yards out. PAT was good to make it 59-0. Khalil Belden then ran one in for the Old Abes, 68 yards on the touchdown run. They got the PAT from Kellen Brown to make it 59-7. Then Tyler Banky salted it away for Chi-High on a 14-yard TD run to make it 66-7. Sparks, again, Chippewa Falls, it's going to be a team to keep an eye on. Hey, 2-0, it's great. These are non-conference games, though. To get playoff eligible, you're going to have to win a majority of your conference games. I do like their chances, though. Based on what I've seen tonight, they can stay healthy. I think they're a team that can go a long way.
Yeah, absolutely. You saw how they handled Stevens' point last week with 36 unanswered, and then tonight they just followed it up with just total control of this game from the opening snap. So you're right. I think Chi-High is going to be in the rankings by the end of this weekend.
Coming up next, the postgame show brought to you by Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Rely on the experience of our sports medicine team when you have any sports-related injury or issue. You can count on prompt, proper diagnosis and a customized treatment plan to meet your goals. Their orthopedic surgeons and our athletic trainers serve your athlete in Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls, and western Wisconsin. That's coming up next on Zaleski Sports.
Hip impingement and hip labral tears are common causes of hip and groin pain and are often the result of repetitive use from crouching sports or trauma. Today, we are visiting Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Dr. Carlson, a partner with Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, is in the forefront of using a newer procedure called hip arthroscopy, which allows minimally invasive access to a joint and treatments to problems never addressed before. Using hip arthroscopy, Dr. Carlson is able to repair tissue without dislocating the hip and without replacing it.
Hip arthroscopy is where a surgeon takes a camera on the end of a long wand, which we call a scope, and through a small poke hole incision in your skin, delivers that scope into a joint. In this particular case, we're talking about hip arthroscopy, where that scope would be put in the hip joint. The hip joint first has to be dislocated or the ball and socket pulled apart. When that's pulled apart, we can access the joint and look around and do the work we're talking about doing. Once inside the joint, through other portals, we call them, those poke holes that we use to access the joint, we can use other instruments, again on the end of a long wand, to perform the work inside the joint. Things like repairing the cartilage rim of the socket, called the labrum, fixing cartilage defects or problems on the head of the ball or the lining of the socket, repairing tissue around the hip, such as ligaments or capsule, repairing tendons that attach to the hip, or releasing them if need be, depending on the particular problem.
Dr. Carlson's goal is to eliminate the segment of untreated patients or patients with delayed treatment who have curable hip pathology, educating potential patients and their providers that these symptoms are not things they need to live with or that they are not from their back or groin pulls or early arthritis. Few orthopedic surgeons are operating on hips through a scope because it is a newer and technically difficult surgery. Therefore, certain diagnoses may be missed by physicians not familiar with these newer treatment options.
Patients I see with hip joint pain that can be fixed and not just replaced can range from their mid-teens or younger teens to 50, 60 years old. In the past, patients who had labral tears in their hip were told that they may have some pre-arthritis or an early arthritic problem. They may be told that they were just prone to frequent groin pulls in the sport of their choice. And taking some time away from their sport, they may sometimes be able to return to the sport with just continued pain. And fortunately now, with our knowledge of the concept of labral tears and our ability to treat that problem, we can take people who are otherwise just waiting 20 years to undergo a
Carson Park, Chippewa Falls with a big win tonight over Eau Claire Memorial. Chippewa Falls improving to 2-0, and I'm being joined by longtime Chi head coach Chuck Rakovich. And Rako, you know, coaches always talk about you want to see that improvement from week 1 to week 2. What did you see from your guys tonight?
Well, we played a good game. Obviously, you can't score that many points without playing a good game, but we still have a ways to go. We still made a lot of mistakes, but that's every level of football. You never play a perfect game, and tonight was far from it.
You know, your team, you've got big guys up front. You've got backs who are tough, that run with speed. You got a quarterback who just runs your offense, is very efficient. And we were talking just on the walk over here when we were in commercial about, hey, you got so many guys that saw meaningful playing time last year, and it's just, you know, they're a year older, a little bit more mature, a little stronger, a little faster, and offensively everything looks like it's clicking.
Well, I want to give a big hats off to the players. They worked their butts off this past off season. They did it together as a team, and they deserve everything they get. It's them. It's not the coaches. They're the kids that did the work.
Tell me about your defensive effort tonight. Eau Claire Memorial's got some really good skill players. You were able to keep kind of Tay Ferguson contained. He had a lot of catches but didn't get over the top. You guys had a good pass rush. You strung out runs to the sideline. Just defensively, you got to be pretty pleased with the effort.
Yeah, well, again, our overall team speed really shows on defense. And I think it's probably one of the fastest defenses that I've ever had as a coach. And they're strong, they're physical, they love to play defense, and they're coached up unbelievably by Berger, Petska, Mo, and Badette. Them guys do an awesome job.
You start Big Rivers play next week. You got New Richmond coming to Doré Field. They're a team, that program has been on the upswing for the last couple of years. How do you get your guys to kind of just sort of refocus and say, all right, hey, it's conference play now. If we want to get to where we hope to by the end of the season, we got to take care of business in the BRC.
Oh, exactly. And last year they came to our place for homecoming and embarrassed us. So I don't think we're going to – we won't have to say anything about that. I think that's overlooked, you know. What happened last year happened, and this year's this year. And I think the big thing that people need to know about next week is our Vets Appreciation Game. It's I think it's the 8th or 9th year we've done that, and our kids are excited to honor the veterans of our military services, and it's going to be a fun week of practice with reminding them about that, and we'll have some stories, and it's just going to be a beautiful night next Friday night. Anybody out there should come to it.
It's always a nice touch that you and your staff put together for that. And a good reminder for the young guys about the generation that came before them and makes all this possible.
Absolutely. You know, I bring that up to them. I say, guys, you look when those veterans walk onto the field, or they're wheeled in wheelchairs, or they're in crutches. They enabled us to play this game. You know, otherwise we'd be cracking rocks in some rock quarry and with some guy with a whip over us. You know, our veterans they've given us what we've got, and we can thank them in our small way by having a Veterans Appreciation Night, and I look forward to it.
Rako, best of luck next week. best of luck the rest of the way. We'll
Thank
see you down
buddy.
the road.
Good to see you.
Thanks. Take care.
All right.
So that's going to do it from Carson Park tonight. Again, we'll have Old Abe's football for you next week on Zaleski Sports. It'll be the Stevens Point crew giving you that game from Gerke Park in Stevens Point. Dave Sparger and I will be back here in 2 weeks. So, for my color commentator, Dave Sparger, for our producer, videographer, Cade Marshall, I'm Bob Bradovich saying good night from Carson Park in Eau Claire.